Their saddest walk by her side, King Charles and senior royals follow in somber procession as Queen's coffin is marched from Westminster Abbey to Wellington Arch, watched by hundreds of thousands lining streets. 2,000 royals, world leaders, VIPs and hundreds of members of the public were at Abbey for state funeral. The King, his siblings, children and other royals marched solemnly behind the coffin from Parliament. 2 million people are in London to say farewell to Britain's longest-serving monarch who died 11 days ago. People began camping in central London despite being told that they wouldn't be allowed ahead of event. Mourners slept in tents, camping chairs and in the middle of the floor as they refused to miss state occasion. Huge crowds also gathered in Windsor where the Queen will be laid to rest in private family service tonight. The Queen's final journey through London has begun, followed by her mourning family whose grief was etched on their faces and those of the crowds who swamped the capital to bid farewell to the beloved monarch. Hundreds of thousands of people have lined the route from Westminster Abbey after the state funeral, which left King Charles III in tears. Her Majesty's coffin will pass Buckingham Palace for the final time on its way to Wellington Arch before being taken by hearse to Windsor. There was a hush from the crowd in Whitehall, as the funeral procession moved past the Cabinet War Rooms, the Cenotaph and Downing Street. Some emerged from balconies and windows, clad in black, while those on the street craned their necks and clutched cameras as they awaited the chance to say goodbye to the monarch. Mounties of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police lead the procession, followed immediately by representatives of the George Cross Foundations from Malta, the former Royal Ulster Constabulary, and 4 representatives from the NHS. The route is being lined by the armed forces from Westminster Abbey to the top of Constitution Hill at the Commonwealth Memorial Gates. The emotional King Charles and his grief-stricken family had surrounded the Queen's coffin at her state funeral in Westminster Abbey in a moving and majestic farewell to the late monarch today in an extraordinary service followed by a national 2-minute silence and the last post. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for the latest news and updates.